Hi, my name is Dave Merritt. I'm a psychic medium at Martha's Vineyard, and I'm here not really to talk about myself. I'm here to talk to people out there that are ill and they're sick. I want to talk to you about something that happened to me that brought belief in the fact that spiritual healing can work, and it deals with healing angels. Okay, and I want to say they're 100% real. There are angels out there that actually help people and work with people nonstop every day. Okay, and I used to be like one of those skeptics, like, well, angels, maybe they're real, maybe they're not, that kind of concept. Same thing with my psychic mediumistic work. Maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. How do you do it? You know, unless I experience it, I can't do it. But long story short, things happen to me. Now I believe in mediumistic work and psychic work. I do it, and the more you do, the better you get at it. And when it comes to this healing concept, people out there that are sick, people out there that have no hope because the medicine's not working, I wanted to tell you something. I had the same problem. I had arthritis in my body really bad, from head to toe, systemic arthritis. I had swollen knees, swollen ankles, swollen neck. I mean, joints just totally inflamed. You just touch my shoulder, it just going like this, like a knife going into it. I couldn't walk in the bottom of my feet. I mean, I didn't sleep for 4 months. And for 4 months, I wasn't sleeping well. I felt like I was sleeping on better rocks, like having the flu, you know, like where you just can't get comfortable. I had this happen to me for a long period of time, you know. And so one day I was going to bed, I sat there and said to myself, you know, God, I can't live like this. I cannot live like this. I said, I need some help. And if there's a healing angel that's up there that heals people, please bring it down to me. I said, because I need healing. I said, because I can't live like this. I can't live in this world like this anymore. And all of a sudden, after I wrenched from my heart how I felt about my life, all of a sudden this green mist came out of the ceiling. As it starts coming out of the ceiling, it starts to thicken. Come a thicker fog, and a thicker fog, and a thicker fog. And as it came to be a thicker fog, all of a sudden this feather manifested right in front of me. Now I'm sitting thinking, I'm totally awake, hadn't gone to sleep yet, and I'm like, there's a feather in front of me. I'm like, okay. And so all of a sudden the thing magnified, the feather like so magnified in front of me. I saw a little separation of all the little, I guess, the veins of it, I guess you'd say. And then all of a sudden, when I started to believe that this is a real feather, the whole wing manifested. And as the whole wing manifested, I said, huh. I'm looking at the thing going, first of all, nobody's going to believe me. Second of all, I asked for this angel, the healing to happen, and all of a sudden I said, well, I'm going to follow this, I'm going to go with this. So all of a sudden I said, me follow this wing. I followed this wing, it looked like it was bent. I went to the center of it to see like a bird would hold wings together. I said, maybe there's something in the middle. So I looked at it, and there was a head about this big, this high, perfectly round, perfectly flat, had no nose, eyes, or mouth, but a face like a Mr. Potato Head. If you wanted to put eyes and nose and mouth there, you could. And it was sitting there like this, and it was looking at me like this, as if I could hurt you really bad, or I could love you to death. Those two feelings went through my head, you know, and I'm sitting there because I'm kind of nervous, like, what is this? And all of a sudden it looked at me, it looked up, and it threw its wings open. When it threw its wings open, all of a sudden this green energy went up and down the ceiling. It's like a neon pea green kind of color. And all of a sudden, energy shot into my body. And every cell in my body, remind you, every cell in my body was vibrating. Everything was vibrating. It lasted about 2 seconds, but it was so fast. It was like a massive hum of cells. It was humming in my body. And all of a sudden it stopped. This green light came back together again, turned into those wings. And all of a sudden the angel sat there. At the time, I was assuming it was an angel at the time. It's sitting there looking at me like, you're going to be okay. That's the feeling that came straight across me when it looked at me. And all of a sudden it bent back, it looked up, and it started rising. As it rose, it started dissipating into like a fog, and into a mist, and into the ceiling. And then it left. And then I'm lying there going, oh my God, what was that? And all of a sudden a yellow one, goldish yellow one comes from the other side of my bed in the ceiling, comes down, does the same exact thing, and it leaves. Now I'm sitting there going, oh my God, what was this? I'm like, I'm now logically thinking, I asked for this help, and I got all this pain, and I said, it must have been these angels. I guess I prayed right. I guess everything was, I was so coming from my heart, from my soul, about how I needed help. And all of a sudden, I said, well, I must be healed. I must have no more pain. So I took my hand, and I whacked my shoulder. When I hit my shoulder, it hurt so bad. I was like, oh my God. And I was sitting there saying a few choice words about what I thought about what came, and I kind of made up a whole dictionary of thoughts, you know. And I sat there and got so aggravated, so pissed off because I wasn't healed, that I thought they were playing tricks on me. I rolled over and went to sleep. Now guess what? I slept the whole night. The whole night I slept. I woke up going, oh my God, I slept the whole night. And then I took the sheets off me, went to my feet in the ground, and I slowly put them on the ground. I realized my feet don't hurt. I'm going, oh my God. And I'm banging my feet on the ground going, my feet don't hurt. Mind you, I couldn't walk about my feet because I felt like someone beating with a baseball bat because the arthritis was so bad, this inflammation. And then I looked at my shoulder, I whacked my shoulder like this twice. I went, oh my God, my shoulder doesn't hurt. I looked at my knees, all my swollen knees were back to normal. Every inch of my body was like I was 21 again. All the inflammation was gone. It's like they took the gene, the arthritic gene, and put it back in remission. And they sat there, because the gene only came out because I had an operation on my knee, which I didn't know I had an arthritic gene in my family until after I had this operation on my knee. When the operation happened, it brought this gene out, because things like that can make a gene activate in your body. So the angels put my gene back in remission. So yeah, I had some damage in my body, my joints, but that I can heal over time. But I asked from here, I asked from my heart, from my soul. I spoke from here. And when you speak from here, you get an answer. When you speak from here, forget about it. Don't even waste your time. If you ask for help from your mind, forget about it. That's just your head. Spirit comes from here. Who you are inside comes from here. Everything comes. If you speak from here, they listen. And if you don't ask, you don't get. And now I want to make sure you understand, they listen to this. They don't pay attention to this. They mislisten to this. Because this knows all. This learned when you were young and a baby growing up, and this knows everything. Okay? So, when it comes to the angels, they're real. Don't give up to people out there that are sick. Don't sit there just because the medication's not working. Sit there and come back to yourself and come to your spiritual self and ask your highest healing angel to come down and heal you, and mean it from your heart and watch what happens. But please don't ever give up, because there's always help. Even if there's no medication, there's spiritual help that does work. Not a guarantee that, I don't know if everybody in the world will be healed by an angel, but I have my own experience. I know it works. I know what they look like. I know how they work. It's 100%. And all I want to tell you is, you can get your own experience, your own validation. Just don't give up. And thanks for listening to this. And there'll be more of my information about what I do in my psychic work, my mediumistic work, maybe how I developed. I'm starting to get things on YouTube about what I do in this work, because I only teach and talk about the things that really happened to me, what I really experienced, and I talk about things that I feel is real. I don't talk about things that people have told me or books I've read and express their opinions about things. I have to go with my own opinion of what I've experienced. So when I speak about it, I know it's 100% real. So this is how I am. This is the kind of person I am. I'm real. I don't sit there and make stuff up. I only talk about real stuff. So thanks for listening, and you'll see more of me on YouTube.